I'm delighted to say I'm being joined by the cast and crew and writer and director of the 1902 play. Guys, do you want to introduce yourselves? First of all, so Nathan, you're first up on the screen. You want to tell us who you are and what you do?
Hi. Well, first of all, thanks for having us on. We're buzzing to be a part of something like this. My name's Nathan Scott Dunn, and I am artistic director for Salter Sky, co-director of 1902, and I also wrote the play 1902 as well.
Fantastic, so quite significant. And Ella?
I'm Ella Stokes, and I'm a company member and actor of Salter Sky Theatre.
Nice to meet you. And then I've got Cameron next. Cameron, what do you do?
My name is Cameron. I am a company actor for Saltaire Sky and resident wee annoying boy that everyone has to put up with all the time.
Every company needs one of those. And then in my bottom right, I've got Sands and Sandy. What do you guys do?
I'm Sam Sterling, and I'm a company member of Saltaire Sky Theatre Company and co-director of 1902.
And I'm Sandy. I'm a company member and I'm the musician for 1902. I play the guitar for scene transitions and pre-show music and such.
Fantastic. So, how did the play come about?
So, I remember thinking. So we started the theatre company back in 2016, and I remember we'd been at drama college, and we came to drama college, and we hadn't got into drama school, which is like the equivalent of a university degree, and we hadn't been signed by any agencies, so we kind of just didn't want to like sit on our arse and wait for it to come to us. So I decided that I wanted to like write something I'd always been interested in doing, but just to like make my mates laugh, so make this lot laugh. And eventually the words on the page evolved into actors bringing it to life, and then it was originally about a fictional football team, because I was actually shitting myself in case using Hibs' name was going to end up like, I don't know, with some copyright issues or something. So it was actually about a made-up team called Bonnie Bridge Athletic at first time. But it was all about them, that football fans wanting to see them win the Scottish Cup, and obviously with Hibs having have won it in 114 years. But then in 2016, Hibs went and won the cup, and I was like, oh yeah, fucker, this is
That's what I said as well.
You know what I mean? And I was like, right, we need to jump on this, and got in contact with Hibs, and it was fine to use the name. So then eventually, that the next summer in 2017, we managed to we developed the script of various actors and put it on performance at the Edinburgh Fringe in 2017, and that's how it came about.
It was always the intention to have the cast that you've got at the moment involved in it.
So the cast, like the show, has like evolved over the 4 years that we've done it. So like myself, I've always been a part of it. Two of the others, Josh and Johnny, who's not on the call just now. Cameron was original, and Sandy as well. Sandy, musician there. Sands was in the original cast, and then he took a break to go down to London and be a professional real actor for a while. And then he decided that he missed us too much to come back and join us. And then Ella picked it up 2 years ago now. We couldn't perform it last year because of COVID, but Ella jumped in. But for the originals that are there, the parts were written for them, and that's why they're so suited to the roles. And it's like based a lot on like our exploits and my exploits, my family life. Not 100% biographical. If you come to stuff that happens in the play, it's all dramatized, but I would say for most of the cast it was they were in mind, and that's why they fit so well.
Fantastic. And how's it been acting in it, Nathan or Cameron? I'll ask you how you found it.
Well, I found that it's been a really great experience because, like Nathan said, like when you graduate and then you don't get into university, you don't get an agent. You take such a knock on your confidence, but working with your friends on something like this where you're constantly having fun, like there's never a dull moment, and I'm pretty sure the rest of them can back me up on that. There is never a dull moment in this cast. We're always like putting things into the show that we just find funny that weren't originally there. Like, say we have an inside joke, we'll just go, right, it's going in the show, we found it funny, there it goes, and as long as it makes us laugh, it's going in. It's just been an incredible experience. Like, I've met some of my best friends through this. It's been this is going to be the 4th year we've done it in the Fringe, and I'm still not sick of it. That pretty much tells you that it's one of the best jobs on the planet when you've done it this long and you're still going, I can't wait to do it. You know.
And what was the reaction like the first night you kind of shared this with the public and put it out there? What was that like?
It was mad. It was a madness for me having written it, but like I remember in Sans of Share the first night that we had, because when we first did it was probably about to 6 people, I think. Six or 8 people, which at the time was like is like an average or more bigger average audience. But then the first night that we had like all the Hibs fans in Sans, what was it like?
Oh, electric. It became something. We already knew that we had, well, Nathan had created something already that was strong and just great and funny and pure. And then all of a sudden, it was this extra cast member, basically, this entire audience full of people just all singing, joining in, cheering, feeling every kick of a ball, feeling every moment of the story. It became this other thing. And I get goosebumps even thinking about it now, and just even thinking about coming back to it this year. It's incredible.
Absolutely mental, because like what we want to do is create theatre for people who don't go to the theatre, and like us, a lot of us coming from a working class background, especially like me, I grew up in Bonnyrigg in Midlothian. Like there's no much opportunity in terms of theatre, and it's painted the picture of what like theatre is this sort of etiquette that you have. But we've created something that happens in a pub, it's set in a pub, so like it's like a football fan's like domain, do you know what I mean? So anybody, theatre lovers will come to a pub and sit with football fans, and when they start singing all the songs and the chants that we include in the show, it's such a surreal experience for anybody to go and watch it, for both sides, because you're getting these people who've never been to theatre before and actually getting an experience of thinking, I actually quite like this, and it's different to what you would imagine it being.
So did you have to kind of embed yourselves in the Easter Road culture to kind of get all the chants on board, or did you know them already?
There's a few that we knew already. There's a few that we couldn't include in the show. But no, you would agree that we've always found that like the songs and stuff that Hibs have, like especially with the Proclaimers and stuff like that, do you know what I mean? It just lends itself to being like a theatrical show, do you know what I mean? So I would say, we've been to the cast members who had never been to a Hibs game. Like we tried to go and see Hibs matches, and I remember we went to Hibs Newcastle, and Ella being from England. She's probably the best one to ask about immersing herself in the culture from not knowing anything about it. So,
you know, when Nathan first spoke to me in Birmingham at school, I know a little bit about football in the south, but I'd never heard of Hibs, I'd never heard of Hearts, I had no idea. So then to come into a show and there be such a universal attitude to it, and just it's magnetic. Like it was particularly the songs and stuff. I'd never heard any of the chants, or known the Proclaimers, and there's something that just was so unifying about it. It's amazing.
And you've still never heard of Hearts, eh? We'll just clarify that. Yeah.
I'm surprised she actually. That's her trying to put the football knowledge in.
And Sandy, for you as the musician, is there any kind of pressure to live up to the Proclaimers, or?
Brilliant.
Not exactly to live up to the Proclaimers, but to do the songs justice. Yes, that's important for me, because the things about the Proclaimer songs is that they're so simple yet so filled with emotion, especially for like Hibs. So especially at the end of the play, when we play like Sunshine on Leith, like it really gets people emotional, and we feed off that. And I wouldn't say I want to live up to Proclaimers, but I do want to do how much those songs mean to the fans. I do want to do that justice, and it's really, really brilliant when they join in on the songs, and yes, they're feeling it. We're all there experiencing this joy together. It's brilliant.
Superb.
Best impression with the glasses and the singing.
I didn't want to say it. So what would Hibs fans expect then if they come along? What's the night going to be like for them?
Well, I suppose we always go back to a review that we got, and it was like, it's like having the best night out of your life with all your friends while they're having the best night out of their lives. So you come along, you get a pint, you grab a pint, you sit down, and it's basically just a roller coaster for there. You meet these characters who you would meet in a pub probably. It's just normal. You guys, well, what do you think? What would you say they're going to experience?
I'd say it was. I'd say you come along with your mate a pint in a pub, you sit down, you meet these characters like recognise, and then at the end you get to like relive this most glorious day in Hibs history, and you get to celebrate after the whole play. You get to celebrate this unifying event that means so much to the characters on stage and themselves.
I think a lot of Hibs see a lot of themselves in it, when they come to see it. They see a lot of the characters in themselves, and whether it's through maybe themselves or they've seen, relations to people or their best friend, or there's that entire feeling. It's already a strong show in general, but then Hibs in general, when they come to it, it's just it's raucous in the best possible way.
It's a show for them. If they come and see it, they get such a different experience from anybody else. So, and I don't think there's not a show that they could go and watch that they get the same experience.
It's one of the moments that Hibs fans didn't need any encouragement to relive either, and I know personal experience, any excuse, and we're all over it. So where's the show playing?
It's at the Leith Arches on Manderston Street, just at the bottom of Leith Walk. Actually, it's a lovely venue. It's on there from the 6th to the 30th of August, twice a day. So there's 44 shows. So there's no excuse for anybody. So 44 shows at 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. every day. Apart from a Thursday, that's the actors' day off. They get lazy and decide they want a day off.
I deserve a day off. He's deserve a day off.
For European matches, that's what it is. Top man.
Because Europe, can't miss it.
And just before we kind of wrap up, I know you featured on ITN. Saw that on your Twitter. How did that come about?
Oh man, this is another moment where we absolutely shit ourselves. We're down there in Birmingham, and like I said, and we were discussing before we came on, that it's taken the sort of perseverance and the commitment for it to get noticed by the right people for us to be able to take it on tour. So eventually, when we took it to Birmingham, we opened like a brand new pub theatre down there. That's what at the Prince of Wales in Moseley, and the news got wind of this somehow, and like I say, there's a strong connection with Aston Villa now that John McGinn's down there, and we done like a wee campaign about like finding John McGinn, and we still haven't found them after 4 years. But no, then they decided, they were like, we had a chat with them and they were really invested in what we did, so they decided let's do a wee segment on it, and it was a surreal experience for us, because like we say, we try so hard to get eyes on it, and then that's like one of the biggest eyes you can get on it.
I know half. That's brilliant. And we've got a competition for folk running until Sunday, the 1st of August, where you can win a pair of tickets to come along and see the show. It's on our Twitter feed, so just go and retweet the tweet that's there, and follow ourselves and the Saltire Sky Twitter account as well. Anything else you just want to kind of throw in while we've got you on?
Just that we hope to see you come along. It's something we really want all Hibs fans to experience it. We think that all Hibs fans should have a chance to experience it, and we are excited to be back in Edinburgh. So come along and see the show.
Fantastic. It's definitely
support, and it's only going to get better now.
Yes, definitely. Well, we're planning, so on Longbangers, there's loads of folk that help out with the podcast and come on that I've never met before, and so we're planning to have a meet up to come along and see the show as well. So there will be a night where we'll have the Longbangers crew in as well, which I don't know if that's a
Amazing.
selling point or otherwise for folks. I maybe should have kept that quiet, but but listen, thanks very much for coming on the podcast for us tonight. I wish you all the very best with the show. I can't wait to see it. It sounds fantastic, and I would encourage any Hibs fan to get along, and I'm sure they'll have one of the best nights ever.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having us on. Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
No worries. Take care, guys.